everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Hollow Knight. The last episode we killed the Traitor Lord, but that also got us the second half of the King Soul. Which I never read. It takes 5 slots, goddamn. Holy Charm symbolizing a union between higher beings. The bearer will slowly absorb the limitless soul contained within. Interesting. Also opens a way to a birthplace. Interesting. I need to be at a bench to be able to equip this. I can fit one more, so I guess long nail, you can go on there. Do we just... yeah, we just continuously gain soul. Useful, I guess. So there's a couple of things I want to do. One, I want to do this flower quest. The flower quest that takes me from the resting grounds, all from right here, in fact, in the resting grounds, and I've got to go all the way to here. I think the easiest path to do that is actually through Green Path. I have to do that shitty platforming section, but arguably still better than coming up through. I mean, maybe you can come through Fog Canyon. But this section sucked, if I remember correctly. I'll have a look. I'll kind of map it out, but I'll actually cut it for you guys, so I'll just show my successful attempt, and I'll let you know how many times I died trying it, because not getting hit through that whole thing sounds like a bitch. But yeah, I'll just show you the successful attempt and the route that I used to do it. There's a couple of ways you can do it by the look of things, but I'm going to see if I can find the best one. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, so we're back. This is going to be my first attempt. Hopefully I can do it in one. Wouldst you perhaps attempt the journey to Shez lover's grave again? Delicate flower. This is new. Sacred, one-of-a-kind flower Shez shall give you. As Shez warned you before, it does become precious as one's wilted heart. If you were to get hurt again whilst carrying it, or did attempt to ride those jostling transit beasts, this one too shall be destroyed. Finally, my faith in one has been challenged. My hopes are still with you, La Mère. Why have a dream nailed you? Ul, Nemeno, nails and claws. Why must it be so? Interesting. Pacifist, perhaps? Fuck. I could walk back and it'd keep all those enemies dead, but you know, whatever. Alright, well, that's the first death. Let's go through that again, shall we? Alright, second attempt. I'm going faster this time, which is stupid, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Don't like explodey men. Room's pretty quick to get through. I think safer to go through quick than it is to go through slow. Worth the magic, honestly. That was close. Alright. I think there's another bitch in here, right? Alright. Back into Fog Canyon. That's something at least. Yep. Go the safe way, which is just swim through acid. Kill these guys for extra soul, because they're easy kills, so why the hell not? Once again, swim through the acid. Kill this guy because I can. And he's kind of in the way. Being able to swim in acid makes this a lot easier. Because these areas would just... I mean, they wouldn't suck, they'd still be probably fine. Like, I usually clear them without killing anything. No problem, but... This is where I fucked up last time. It's not a hard jump, but... just the pressure of not getting hit. That's all it takes. Once again, swimming in acid. Safest way through here. I feel like this is designed specifically for this quest in mind, this swim underneath. It just makes it, like, so much easier. But that allows me into this section. Ooh, a couple of moss flies. Nothing else in here except for moss flies, I think. Alright, so we're now into Queen's Garden. And from here... when you go down, left, left, up, down, middle. Okay. Doesn't seem too hard. Just gonna kill these guys for posterity. Alright, so there's mantises in the next room, which is gonna suck, but I think I can magic them to death. Pretty easily. pretty much here. I just need to do this platforming section without fucking up. We did it! Okay, second try. Not too bad. Here sleeps the trader's child. Cool. So I guess we go back to, what's her name now? I guess I can do this. I wonder if you can actually save and quit. It probably saves you at that bench specifically. I was wondering if you could just save and quit trick back to like right here and do it, but probably not. Probably when you pick up the flower it saves you to that bench, if I were to guess. Me, La Mère, you have done this thing. It is possible. Is it possible? This world's cruelty. I thought it overwhelming, but La Mère, such great compassion. The Cher's love would know her partner's heart even eon past. Is it that, La Mère? Such grief can end. Cher can end. Ul. And I, dear love, Cher too can end. Oh, that gives you a Master Shard. And an achievement. Solace. How many is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have all the masks. Burning through achievements like nobody's business. I kind of want to go back to that grave and see if there's anything with that grave now that she's gone. I guess the quickest way to get there would actually be to take a stag. That was actually nowhere near as hard as I was expecting it to be. I think the hardest part was the last platforming bit they make you do. Because fuck you, I guess. So that's not even like... that we're talking like half the episode for this, which is awesome. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to come up here. Fucked it up. Yeah, nothing new. Oh, you can get another delicate flower. Presumably that delicate flower breaks, just like the other one. Interesting. I wonder why they allow you to get another one. Interesting. I wonder what the point of that is. Well, I was going to ride the Stagway now, but... you know what, fuck it, I don't care if this flower breaks. I'll look up what you're supposed to do with those extra flowers at some point. But as of now, I'm not sure, and I don't care to find out. I guess I'm going to head down to... that's right, the Abyss I had to head down to next. So I'm going to cut and I'll be at the Abyss. That was quick. Alright, and we're back. So I'm at the Abyss. I want to get down to the bottom. Close. So there was also this room on the bottom left that I'm interested in. Down here. It was like a weird plinth, I think. Oh, I know what to do here. Yeah, totally. It's my upgraded Scream. Those things in the background look exactly like the things that come shooting out of me. That's actually really obvious after you have the spell, but I guess beforehand, not so obvious. Abyss Shriek. How big is this, I wonder? very big. Alright, cool. So all my spells are upgraded. Feel happy about that. I can also mark this off my map. I've had it on here for ages. I also want to explore the right-hand side, because I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything over there. Because I haven't come back to explore this place. I just thought I was done with it, aside from that thing, and I didn't know what to do with that thing, so... Huh. I guess that's because I have the King Soul. She did tell me to come to where I was born. I'm gonna check this side first. I'll cut unless there's anything interesting over this side, and then we'll be back to going down that hole. Alright, so we're back. I found something. See the light coming from above. Interesting. I mean, you get that power up here, so I guess it makes sense. It's like a mural of something. An imprint of Biss given form. Bestiary. Oh, for the void tendrils. Fair enough, I guess that makes sense. Huh. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I guess I'm glad I came back for that, just for completion's sake. Alright, I'm gonna cut again unless there's something else in here. Alright, so we're back to the main room. And down to this hole, I suppose. This room is entirely made of corpses. Of, like, creatures very similar to me? And indeed, I think they're called... siblings. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. If we were born here, as it were. Why give me this? It's so strange. Certainly a maze in here. They do 2 damage. I don't think I've ever been hit by one of them before. But they just did 2 damage, I believe. Unless I was already hurt 2 masks, but I don't think I was. This place is somewhat maze-like. Another dead end. I guess these dead ends are supposed to be just like, haha, maze tricked you. Let's try this way, I suppose. I heard something down there. An arcane egg. Before the birth of Hallownest. I guess it makes sense that it'd be down here. This place seems more ancient than the rest of it, but like the amount of... I don't know if corpse is the correct word. Shells, I guess. Okay, now I have to check what's this way. Good, dead end. As long as I find all the dead ends, I'll be happy. Another dead end. Something happened. No cost too great. That's what the king said when in the White Palace when I used the dream nail on him. Hmm. Is this my own memory? No mind to think. God damn it. I have no health, interestingly. No will to break. No voice to cry suffering. The music theme here is fantastic, by the way. Born of God and Void. Interesting. You shall seal the blinding light that plagues their dreams. You are the vessel. You are the Hollow Knight. Oh! Collected the Void Heart. This is clearly an egg, right? It's got like tendrils coming out the back of it. Huh. It may take me a while to properly piece together what I think is going on here, but I think... I think he was, like, the Pale King was... an emptiness that was hidden within, now unconstrained, unifies the void under the bearer's will. This charm is part of its bearer and cannot be unequipped. Huh. They no longer attack me. Interesting. I'm gonna have to really think about this lore-wise to see what is going on. But it seems like the Pale King no cost too great. It seems like he was... I don't know, experimenting? Trying to defeat the infection, but I think the infection is caused by something else. I think it's probably related to the light that the moth was, the seer was talking about, that the moths used to worship, but then they instead stopped worshipping it and followed the Pale King instead. They failed the light of the Pale King rather than the light that they had historically. Than the light which they had historically worshipped. Huh. Born of God and Void. So I guess this black shit is obviously Void. The question then becomes... I guess the God part would be... him? Are we the childs of the Pale King? I mean, there's a vague resemblance, I suppose. No mouth. The horns kind of in the shape of a crown. But if that were the case, I feel like the pale lady, or whatever her name was, like if we were the king's son, presumably we'd also be the son of the queen. She didn't mention anything. Having said that, it was also talking about, like, Hollow lacking emotion, lacking a voice, lacking ideas. Because she spoke about... What did she say? It was like... Shit, trying to remember the specific dialogue. The vessel is broken, or the vessel is inadequate, or something. There was the basis of an idea. You're not like that, you have no flaw. Or you have no similar flaw. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter this place no longer. So I guess all of these things are all trying to create what the Hollow Knight ended up being. Because the memorials of the Hollow Knight said through his sacrifice lasts the perpetuation of whatever. It was like the perpetuation of Hallownest. So presumably he was staving off the infection somehow, and that is now failing. Which is what we've been doing this whole time, without even really thinking about it too hard, but... I'm gonna have to, like, piece this together in my head. I'm going back to the White Lady, because I want to see if there's any new dialogue now that I have this charm. Queen's Garden. How quick is it to get to her? I can't remember. I don't think I'll need to cut. I think I'll just leave it. So I can continue speculating. So it seems like we as a character are one of these vessels, and we were either created or born of the White King. It specifically said born of God and Void. And we went down, like when we went to the base there, it was essentially, we saw an egg is essentially what we saw. And there were like tendrils of void, I guess, coming out of them. So whether he... Whoops. He took his own children and like... exposed them to void in a way such that... they would be able to combat... the light, whatever that is. Yeah, I want to go this way. I mean, combat the light with the darkness. I guess that makes sense thematically, but... don't know how the hell I pulled that off, but I did. Cloth Ghost is gone, interestingly. I don't remember any other ghosts leaving after I left. Maybe she passed on by herself? Interesting. Yeah, so... Oh, I'm gonna see if she has any more dialogue, because that might clear some stuff up for me. Because I have some suspicions, but... they're just that, speculative suspicions at this point. Do I seem prisoner here? If so, it's not by any choice but my own. These bindings about me, I've chosen to erect. There is some shame I feel for my own part in the deed that this method guarantees it cease. Sorry, I feel from my own part in the... some shame I feel from my own part in the deed, and this method guarantees its cease. The shame? I still feel that urge, you see. I always will. A voracious desire to spread seed upon the land, to propagate myself, to breed. Interesting. That pulsing emptiness. Truly, it has been transformed by the revelations it found. Does it feel anything? Triumph or hate? If it does, I cannot sense it. The fate of our kingdom, our Hallownest, that future belongs to you now. Transformed by the revelations it found. So I think that was our own memory, and I think that kind of like poetically we were hitting our own reflection with the Dream Nail. And also, I think that is our egg. I think that is where we were born from. Does it feel anything, triumph or hate? I think if we did feel those things, we couldn't accomplish what we need to accomplish. I think the only way we could do whatever it is we need to do, we can't have any emotion whatsoever. Interesting. Also, the way she was talking about her need to propagate herself to breed, I think that is implying that I am indeed the child of whatever it is. Seems to be, like, they use the term higher being a fair amount. She seems to definitely be a higher being of some sort. For starters, she can understand when I read her mind, which not many other... I think the Seer was the only other one I've come across who could do that, which is interesting. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. It was a hell of an episode. I have one more charm to get. Also, I can now fit a bunch of charms. So I should go do that. Huh. I don't think I double hit that spacebar, but it seems to think I did. I'm gonna die getting out of here, aren't I? Look, I can do this too. I have no idea where that'll take me, by the way. I don't think I sat at the bench at the station, but... No, I didn't. I'm at the lower tram. Yeah. So there is still some few things for me to do before I go to that teacher, I believe. Or Monomon is the last one. First things first, I want to go through all these old areas. Well, every area, I suppose, and thoroughly search everything. And we'll finish off here. With this door, which we got a key for a couple episodes ago. So I can go into that area. And then... I think I've done all of the areas that I had blocked off, I think are all complete. So I think all I'm really missing now is finishing the caterpillars, and then I think I may have 100%ed everything? Well, we'll have to see. I'm going to have to search through everything as thoroughly as I can, but in any case, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing, and as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye, guys.